Welcome into the day right now for mindset mastery for how you can overcome the knowing doing gap, understanding your conscious and subconscious mind, being able to bridge the gap between what you know and what you go do so that instead of just being brilliant, instead of being the brightest, you can actually have the best rewarding and most lucrative results for your income, relationships, and finances, especially finances, because everything that has ever happened in the world can be maximized if you allow yourself to go there. So remember the few days ago, we talked about how your thoughts turn into your feelings, turn into your behaviors. How you behave determines your action. It's what you do, and what you do gives you your results. Well, I'm going to draw that out right now on the whiteboard so that you can visually see what I mean by that and how it's a circle, how it's a continuous merry-go-round circle that you can't get off of, a rat wheel, if you wish, depending how it is you're using your thoughts and turning them into things. So I'm going to visually write that out. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you aren't in the know because you haven't rung the bell yet, please do so right now. And as always, as soon as you find value from this video, please drop a like and a comment below. If you have a thought that you want to express, I'd love to hear from you. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen and just give you a little tidbit of this. But the first thing I want you to consider before I do that is how your life is a thermostat, okay? Your life is a thermostat. It is set at a certain temperature, positive, negative, big, small, whatever it is, because that's what you're used to. So in this 90-day blitz, especially inside of this week, I hope that you've gathered how you can close the knowing and the doing and the gap and the bridge that separates the two, and why you don't have the superior and accelerated results you want yet. It's because you're set at a certain thermostat. You're set at a certain temperature of your life. And the only way to increase that temperature, the only way to spruce up your life and have something spark your attention and bring you more joy and better success financially, relationships, with your health, is by increasing the thermostat. And it starts with this right here. So I'm going to draw this little thing out. Okay. Don't judge my lack of a circle. That wasn't too bad. And I'm not going to write out the word, but if you're a note taker, please actually use what's on the page, write out the words. Okay. Your thoughts start at the top of this circle. Your thought, when persisted in, turns into an idea. An idea, just like the iPhone you're holding right now, just like the makeup you put on this morning, just like the clothes you have on your back, just like the cereal you chose to eat, all of that that you have physically was once a thought. Well, the thought, when persisted in, turns into an idea. Okay, we'll just draw an I right there for idea, the middle ground between here. When you have a thought and that is persisted in, it turns into an idea. Well, any idea that is continued turns into a feeling, right? We'll just put F right here. How you feel about something, good or bad, especially when persisted in, turns into your behavior, how you behave, right? I'll give you a dumb example. My husband's actually really good at this, but it's hopefully relatable for you, okay? If I ask my husband, hey, can you help me do the dishes tonight? I've got this going on. Can you do the dishes before I get home? Let's say I get home from my whatever activity and the dishes are piling in the sink and I'm frustrated because, my drive back was frustrating, whatever, lots of cars or something. Okay. What did I think? Oh, the dishes will be done because I asked him. So when I get home and they're not, how I feel about the dishes in the sink is that I'm aggravated, I'm frustrated, it's annoying for me. Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't care, blah, blah, blah. I could go down a rabbit hole of just negative talk based on what I thought. The dishes are still in the sink. See, this is why, blah, 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 blah. And then I'd go into negativity, right? Now that's a silly example, but if I persist in that thought and I feel like he does not care based on the thoughts I gave myself, how do I then behave? Well, I might stop around the house, right? I might start doing the dishes myself and clank the dishes together, hoping to get his attention because now I'm just frustrated, right? How I behave is the action I take, right? That's A down here. The action I take, if I stop around the house because I'm so frustrated because I thought to myself, he does not care, wah, that makes me feel bad, that makes me feel unloved, that blah, 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 anything like that, okay? That determines how I behave, which gives me the action that I'm taking. The action I'm taking lands me the result, R. or lack thereof. And then round and round this little wheel we go until we can change the thought. Okay. The thought is what determines your results. You've heard it before, I'm sure, if you are a person who has watched a video on Netflix like The Secret. My mentor, before he passed, he was in The Secret, right? Cute little old guy, Bob Proctor. If you haven't watched The Secret, you should probably go watch that because they specifically say, and this isn't the entire reason and purpose and intent of this 90-day blitz, it's to understand how your thoughts become things. How what you see in your mind is something that you can hold in your hand. It's just a matter of persisting in that idea. And then because the idea is so strong and so innate in you, you feel a different way. How you feel determines how you behave. How you behave gives you the action you take or don't take. The action gives you the results. So if you look at your results right now and you say, you know what? I know a lot. I'm a freaking brilliant mind. I'm so excited to be able to do this and this and this with my business, with my health, with my relationships, but it's not matching what I see physically. It's because you have a thought up here that did not reflect in the circle. You did not persist in the thought long enough, well enough, intentional enough for you to land the result. Because if your thought was not persisted in, it did not change how you feel, the feeling is the secret to it. The challenge of the thought, something negative, you can reroute that just like we talked about the other day, right? You can reroute that thought. You have no proof of either route, so you might as well choose what feels better. But the feeling is the secret. The feeling is what stems anything and everything else. How you feel about yourself, how you feel about your day, that is in direct reflection to the thermometer, the temperature that you've set for yourself and for your life, physically, financially, your health, your exercise, your relationships, are they good or bad? It's all based on your thought and what you persisted in. It's all based on the temperature that you've set based on your paradigm. We talked about that before. A paradigm, a stack of habits, a stack of natural behaviors that you just do because you've always done them. Start challenging what it is you do. Just like we said the other day, why is it you're behaving like this? Why aren't you behaving as you want? Right? Start challenging what you impress in your mind. Start challenging those thoughts when they come up and start forfeiting your 5 senses. We'll see you on the next video with Grace, Kirsty.